Galacticos, we bring you the special real review in the very cold Madrid summer.
It's freezing.
It's freezing, yeah.
Not sweating.
We're kind of melting. But well, we're going to talk about, our follow of the week, good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's start with the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good for this week is definitely, international
and
for this month, definitely, international competition going on. We were kind of craving football after Champions League ended, the season ended, so we have more football. Never stops.
Lots of football. We've got Copa America, and we've also got starting in 3 days. Well, today's the 7th, so we're recording on the 7th. 3 days, June 10th, the Eurocup, which I'm extremely excited about. I love being in Europe when the Eurocup is happening. I wish it was happening in Spain so I could potentially go to one of the matches. But it's just, this is my favorite time of the year. I don't know about you. I love World Cup time. I love international competitions where you get to see a match every single day.
Yeah, me too. I love it. I've been, inside the possibilities that you have here with the times, especially because the games here of the Copa America is like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. I've been trying to follow some of it. It's very exciting. Not very bright footballistically, but let's hope the Eurocup brings a bit more of that.
And I think the Eurocup will. I mean, we've got lots, and we've got great teams. We've got great talent, exciting sides. The English side is looking new, fresh.
I would put my money on England.
I think we
said that. Yeah.
In the last
I put my
video.
money on England.
I'm excited for what Spain's going to bring to see that mix with the new and the young, the new and the old. Not old, but the new and experienced.
Yeah.
And France's side. I mean, Belgium's side. There's a lot. Belgium's side. There's a lot of exciting teams. So I'm excited for the Eurocup to start.
Yeah, me too. Hopefully, I don't really have emotions invested in who wins. But if England wins, I'll be happy. I don't know why. Yeah.
I'm a little bit emotionally invested in Spain, but perhaps that's just me being here and feeling like it's my second home.
Well, that's the good. We want to know if you think that's good. A lot of football going on. It never stops. The bad would be this time, for Real Madrid. The whole kind of De Gea, Keylor thing seems like it's going to start again.
And this is very bothersome to me. And I think Keylor Navas has proven himself this season, coming off the drama that was at the very beginning of this last season.
Yeah.
He had to prove himself. He had to win the trust of the fans. He's done so. He's performed in and out of game in and game out. That's how they say it. Game in and game out. I mean, he has been the key to this team's defense.
Yeah, we actually chose him as our MVP for the season.
So I mean, it's frustrating to see that even though a player is proving himself, has shown every single that he deserves to be here, that they're still going to go outside and look for someone better. And I think maybe De Gea is marginally better than Keylor Navas.
Yeah, but the thing for me is I have mixed feelings because footballistically we're not going to lose really because it's not like we're going to change Keylor for a keeper that is worse. I don't think he's better, but it's just how much Keylor has worked to earn that position that he now has, and then all of a sudden he's gonna be raised with we need De Gea because he's Spanish. Maybe we don't know why. But
maybe it's just this whole Galactico mentality that I was sort of hoping perhaps that Zidane would have more of a say-so in, and maybe this Galactico era, this idea that we need to sign these stars and having stars makes a good team would end.
Yeah.
But
we've said it before. I think if we were to make an effort, to make a big signing, it shouldn't be a goalkeeper.
No, and of course,
it's the last thing we need right now.
That is the absolute last thing we need. And if we're going to spend, if we're going to get this ban put on us, this transfer ban, I think that this summer is not the time to sign
a goalkeeper. So that would be the bad for us, Galacticos, and stay put because this is going to continue to happen until the transfer market is closed. Right. So don't think this drama is going anyway. Or anywhere. And the ugly would be a little bit on the serious note, is a little bit of the psychosis, the paranoia, justified maybe, of security with the Eurocup and the fear that some things might take place, and I don't know what you think there.
I mean, I think it's definitely a pity that this is happening in general, and it is a little bit of a frightening thing considering that so many events have taken place in the last couple of months, in the last year, especially in France and in Belgium, which is so close to France. I guess it's something that you have to take into consideration, but at the same time, we don't want it to overshadow this wonderful tournament that we're going to have.
Exactly, especially because, I think one of the things I like the most about this tournament is people from all the world coming together and celebrating. Despite the results of the games in the end, most people go there to have a good time and, confraternizar, act like brothers with people from other countries, and that's nice. But yeah, hopefully nothing will happen, but definitely this paranoia with governments making announcements about warning people not to travel.
And I know that the US government has done that, and against the US government's advice, my parents are coming to France and Spain.
Well,
but you gotta live, man.
You gotta live, man, and that's the thing. That's what we thought was the good, the bad, and the ugly for the week. We want to know what you think, and we'll see you in the real news.
The real news. The Real news.
Let's see what the press has to say today in this beautiful sunny day. Let's go with Marca. First, in Marca, there's a series and a special interview with Carvajal. Says, I've overcome a lot of difficulties. Talks about Zidane being fair, saying that in the end, whoever had to play, played. And, I kind of like it. I think Carvajal is one of my favorite players. And I think maybe the series of interviews comes with a little bit of the intention of showing that, all these players, especially the ones that had to leave Real Madrid on loan and kind of become better players somewhere else, they do have the chance to get back, and be in the starting lineup and be stars in this team, actually being the starting lineup of a Champions League final. I love Carvajal. I think he's a great player. And, with all injuries, now he's missing the Eurocup. I'm a bit sad because of that. But it's just nice to see Carvajal on the cover of the newspapers posing with the Champions League. It's beautiful. Also talks about dress rehearsal for Spain, playing his last preparation match for the Euros today against a very strong side as Georgia. Hopefully that'll be a lot of, spectacle footballistically. And then also talks about Marcelino being probably the next candidate to be the manager for the Roja. I don't know how to feel about that. I have no emotions invested in that, but I don't know. With all the candidates out there, do you think Marcelino would be the best option? I don't. But anyway, that's what Marca has to say. Let's go with As gets a little bit more into the hype with De Gea and Casillas. That's the whole debate now in Spain about who's going to be the starting goalkeeper for the national team. I agree with Iñaki, 100%. De Gea should be the starter. Maybe Iker is a symbol, but is a bit more part of the past of a great generation, but not the present or the future. So it says De Gea. It also says something interesting. It says that Del Bosque has always played in the tournament with the goalkeeper he played in the last preparation match, which is today. So probably will be De Gea. I think that will be the smartest thing to do. But nothing, not a lot of fire in the covers today about De Gea and Iker. It's not really a De Gea versus Iker. They're just saying, that De Gea will start today, and probably, very likely, he'll be the starter for the Eurocup. And then let's go with Sport. Sport again, making news out of nothing, making news out of things that are not. Renovación en marcha is the renewal of the contract, the extension for Messi. We should be, maybe the 8th or 9th extension in the last 8 or 9 years. So it's something that happens every year. Every 6 months we have to check again on Messi's contract. I think it's fine. Whatever they want to do, it's fine. I just think it's not news. But anyway, it says after the trial, Messi's been in the courtrooms, in front of the judges, talking about all the schemes. Maybe was he, tax evasion? Maybe not. I don't know. But it says after the trial, Barça takes the initiative. Like this is something new, and we'll take to Messi, a new offer. It's like now the Barça has to take a new offer to Messi. Like, aren't there enough bridges already between the club and Messi? Says Messi's desire is to, retire in Barça, of course. But well, anyway, Sport, thank you. Nothing about the Eurocup, nothing about the Copa America. No, apparently the most important thing for these guys is Messi will be offered more money to keep doing what he's already doing and what he's been greatly doing for the last 9 years. We're not complaining about that. But anyway, that's what Sport had to say. Galacticos, we hope you enjoyed. We want to know what you think about what the press has to say. Are there anything, or is there anything in the news, or that wasn't in the news that should be? Let us know, and we'll see you in the follow section. We're here for the follow of the week. To see who behaved and misbehaved in the world of football this week. So Ashley, follow.
Follow. My follow is for a man who makes daring hair choices. Fellaini, the Manchester United, the Belgian midfielder. You guys all know him. He's got a big afro, and he just went blonde. And I respect it. I see all these people uploading it onto Twitter and Instagram, making fun of him and memes and whatnot. But I respect it. And you too.
I want to say it's special for me that you bring up the afro, because I used to have one. I'm going to show you a picture. Just for you Galacticos, you know, of my private ex-life. So here's my afro, trying to be a Fellaini, but of course Fellaini, not to that level. Especially going blonde.
It's not as glorious, but he used to have an afro. I still have an afro. So you know what? Afro on, man.
Afro on. So unfollow.
That's a follow. Oh, my unfollow. My unfollow is for all the people out there who say that Americans say soccer and we're so stupid for saying soccer. So all the haters, just so you know, let me give you a little bit of history about the word soccer. It is actually it is a British word. It was used by the upper echelon to call football, what you call football today, and it was called soccer. It was actually recorded 18 years before any other written recording of the word football. Back in this time, Vitaly, there was all sorts of different sports that were called football. Rugby football, soccer football, and in England, I guess when they nickname things, they add so it was a rugger. And so what they called it was association football, and to make it short, they called it a soccer. And they took off the A, and now it's just soccer. And as America, the United States, had an influx in the revolution or what, you know the American history, I'm telling the American history really poorly. But we have all of these immigrants that were from England. We brought over the word soccer. So you guys can stop hating on the word soccer. We got it from England.
Ashley just like, boom, just schooled you guys. Just schooled you all. But thank you, Ashley. So my follow and unfollow week, my follow goes to Angel Di Maria, you know, going back to the Copa America environment, scoring a very important goal in the game against Chile. Yesterday there was a rematch, the revenge of the final of last year, and they won 2-1. And you know, like his grandmother died. So Angel Di Maria, we're with you.
And it was a tribute, his goal was a tribute for her because she loved seeing him play with the national team.
Exactly, so you know, it couldn't have been any more emotional. So Angel Di Maria, we like emotional things, you know, it actually makes these players sometimes look more humane.
Yes.
You know, sometimes people think like these guys like live, we have the horses coming down. Cristiano is gonna come down in a white horse right now.
Actually, that's his white horse. He's actually just...
to do his follow and follow of the week. But that's my follow to Angel Di Maria for, you know, getting emotional and showing the human side. And my unfollow is for the U.S. Soccer Federation, or whoever is in charge of putting up this show, the spectacle of the Copa America, which I have to say, I was the first one to say, oh, Americans are great organizing these things, like they make very few mistakes, and they're just like mistake after mistake. First up, they screwed up with the anthem of Uruguay, playing the Chile anthem, while, you know, the Uruguayans were like, you know, looking forward to sing their anthem before the game, and it was the Chile anthem. Horrible. Then the Bolivia flag, you know, turned upside down, you know, in the scoreboard. And then again, the Chile's anthem was playing yesterday, and weirdly, like this half a verse of a Pitbull song just was leaked in the audio. I don't know who's doing this. I don't know who's in charge. But my unfollow is really because I'm just thinking, like, what would happen if it happened the other way around?
If it were to happen to
like,
the
you know, if all the Team USA were, you know, standing in line to sing the anthem, and maybe the Marsellesa came on, or like they had the Cuban flag instead of the American flag up there. I think that would be a mess.
That would be a mess. And as a fellow American, I am embarrassed for this, and I'm surprised. I am embarrassed.
It's your fault.
It is not my fault, but I'm surprised that this would happen. Such carelessness, but it just goes to show that. Well, not goes to show. I don't know, but I think that this culture that, you know, we don't have to be. Maybe you should cut this part out. I'm gonna get into political.
Yeah, all right, we're not gonna get political.
Not gonna get political.
We guess you understand where she's going.
But this is my apology from a fellow American. If you guys accept my apology from anyone out there that was offended.
We accept it.
Okay.
We accept it. Anyway, Galacticos, that was the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the real review. You know, we hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think. Hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you later.